The big announcements have all been made at IFA 2017, and you know what that means. It's time for the Android Authority Best of IFA Awards. These are the 5 biggest products and technologies to come out of Europe's largest tech show. The LG V30 was the unchallenged star of the show, and pretty much the only thing anyone could talk about, in part because the phone will be shipping globally for the first time. The V30 looks great on paper and in the hand, with the expectations built up with various leaks very much translating into real-world experience. Samsung will still ship a truckload more Note 8s than LG ever will, but the V30 looks to be the most competitive device the company has ever made. As with previous phones in the V series, a premium audio experience is baked into the V30's DNA, with the quad DAC shipping on global units rather than only for select markets, and the super fun dual camera photography experience also makes a comeback. Like the G6 before it, the V30 goes for a full screen display, with the characteristic second screen falling by the wayside to make room for it, but there's now a new always-on display toggle bar that does much the same thing. Be sure to stay tuned for Android Authority's full review, which will be coming in the near future. Sony's smartphone range gains another couple of flagship devices, but also brings back the popular compact range of more pocketable devices that pack flagship levels of power. The best feature on the new Xperia XZ1 and XZ1 Compact is undoubtedly the 3D Creator, as Sony's camera team have been able to create an awesome 3D scanning app using just typical smartphone components. 3D Creator lets you scan someone's face or head or any other object and turn it into a high-quality 3D avatar with incredible levels of detail. For now, you can use it with some of the preloaded AR apps on Sony's new devices, but you'll soon be able to upload it as a gaming avatar or even 3D print it if you want to. Should you buy these devices just for that feature? Probably not, but if you already like Sony's phones, the 3D avatars could be the icing on the cake. While some might consider 3D Creator a bit of a gimmick, the amount of fun it is and the range of applications it enables means it'll have a very bright future, so keep an eye out for it. Where there was once just Google Home, there is now a Google Assistant-powered speaker by Sony called the LF-S50G. We're hoping that'll change in time, but seeing as Google Assistant is on board, you'll obviously be able to use it for all the same things you would otherwise use a Google Home for, but Sony has packed in a few neat features of its own. Hand gestures for controlling the speaker, an IPX3 splash-resistant certification, and a clock on the side add a little more functionality to what Google offers, but these come at a slightly higher price than Home's $129 price tag. The Sony speaker will set you back $200 when it goes on sale in October, but whether you think it's worth the extra cash or not, at least you now have more options, and another worthy competitor to Amazon's army of Alexa speakers. More and more smartphones are dropping the headphone jack, so to avoid joining the dongle life, more and more people are turning to wireless audio. In spite of what the audiophiles say, Bluetooth audio is plenty good enough for most people, but what if there was a way to make it better? French startup Tempo is pushing the limits of what can be done inside the Bluetooth protocol, and on the Moto X4 we got to check out its creation, Bluetooth Wireless Surround System. Bluetooth connections normally let you stream audio to a maximum of 2 devices at once, but Tempo uses software trickery to let you stream up to 4 devices. You can control the volume and the balance between left and right on each individual channel, and there's no limitations in terms of device type or brand. Whether it's a party amongst friends or to power your own mobile disco, Tempo makes it possible, and although limited to the Moto X4 for now, it's set to come to other devices in the near future. For the first time at IFA, Huawei presented a keynote, and what a keynote it was. Announcing the Kirin 970 chipset that will arrive in the Mate 10 and Mate 10 Pro in October, the even bigger deal was the neural processing unit the 970 comes with. While a lot of other companies have relied on the cloud for AI, Huawei wants to keep that processing on device. While we'll have to wait a little longer to experience the Kirin 970's full potential in the flesh, Huawei had some pretty impressive numbers to share on stage. The biggest deal about your next smartphone having a dedicated on-device AI processing unit is that it will be able to process demanding tasks much faster and with even greater efficiency. You can read an excellent primer on the Kirin 970 by Gary Sims at androidauthority.com for more stats and figures, but the Huawei Mate 10 has just become a whole lot more interesting with the announcement of the Kirin 970, and we can't wait to see Huawei's NPU in action. So that's it from the Best of IFA 2017. Hit the comments to share your highlights from the show and your thoughts on our winners. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, track us down on social, and keep it locked to androidauthority.com because we are your source for all things Android.